Okay, so your lesson today is on how to read chemical formulas. And remember, the chemical formulas go with compounds, which are pure substances made of two or more different chemical elements bonded. All right, so let's say we have a compound like H2SO4, which is the chemical formula for sulfuric acid. And let's put a number 5 in front of this chemical formula, and I'll explain how to interpret this. So this is a molecule of sulfuric acid, and these little numbers that are down and to the right of the chemical symbols are called subscripts. And they indicate the number of atoms of an element, such as oxygen, per molecule of that element. Okay? If there is no number next to the chemical symbol, then you assume that's 1. So one of the difficulties that students have is trying to determine if two letters are connected to each other. Are they separate elements? Are they the same element? So the rule of thumb is every time you run into a new capital letter, you have a new element. So for example, you would have hydrogen, that's a capital letter. The next capital letter is S for sulfur, and the next capital letter is O for oxygen. So we have 3 separate elements in this molecule. Okay, and it is a compound because it's got 2 or more different things that are chemically bonded. It's got hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. Okay, so how we would look at this is if I eliminate this 5 right here and I look at it, this is telling me that in a molecule of sulfuric acid, I have 2 atoms of hydrogen. There's no number next to the sulfur, so that means 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. Now, this large number in front, we call the coefficient. And that coefficient is going to tell us the number of molecules of a particular substance. So, number of molecules. So, what that means is we've got 5 molecules of sulfuric acid. So, again, that would be H2SO4, 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 H2SO4. So we have that same molecule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And so that coefficient gives us a shorthand way to show how many molecules of that particular compound, 5. Now, if we wanted to find the total number of atoms of each element in a given number of molecules, then what we would do is we would multiply our coefficient by each of our subscripts. So if I wanted to know how many hydrogens, I would say 5 times 2. So we have 10 hydrogen atoms in 5 molecules of sulfuric acid. 5 times 1 for sulfur is 5, so 5 sulfur atoms in 5 molecules of sulfuric acid. And then 5 times 4 is 20 atoms of oxygen in the 5 molecules. So that's our total for that. So that's just a really quick explanation of how we would read those chemical formulas. And you can back check these numbers by writing this chemical formula the number of times according to the coefficient, 5 molecules. So you could back check it and say, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oxygen, and 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 oxygen atoms.